In the year 1922, Howard Carter unlocked a tomb sealed for millennia, unleashing an ancient terror. Whispers of a deadly warning echoed from the walls. But were they just superstition or something more? Little did he know, this moment would spark a series of deaths that baffle experts to this day. The so-called curse of the Pharaohs claimed over 20 lives, each death more mysterious than the last. Some died from sudden illnesses, others in bizarre accidents, leaving no logical explanation. Victims included archaeologists, financiers, and even journalists, all dying under strange circumstances. In this video, we explore three shocking aspects: the eerie inscriptions warning intruders, the scientific theories about tomb toxins, and the puzzling patterns in the deaths. We'll examine the role of ancient bacteria, the psychological impact of the curse, and the media sensationalism. We'll dissect whether these fatalities were mere coincidences or evidence of a supernatural force at work. As we journey through the evidence, you'll decide if the curse is myth or terrifying reality. This investigation will challenge everything you thought you knew about ancient Egypt and its secrets. In the year 1922, Howard Carter finally broke into the sealed tomb of Tutankhamun after years of searching. Little did he know that this moment would trigger a chain of mysterious deaths spanning decades. Upon entering, Carter and his team discovered eerie inscriptions warning of death for those who disturbed the pharaoh's rest. Lord Carnarvon, the expedition's financier, died mere months after the tomb's opening from an infected mosquito bite. But was his death a coincidence or the first victim of the pharaoh's wrath? The tomb's walls bore chilling messages like, "Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king." Scientists later proposed that ancient molds and bacteria trapped inside could have caused fatal illnesses. Official accounts dismissed the curse as mere legend, but the pattern of deaths suggested otherwise. Meanwhile, the media frenzy amplified fears, planting seeds of suggestion in the minds of those involved. Journalists who covered the story also met untimely ends, fueling speculation about supernatural retribution. Statistically, the clustering of deaths among tomb visitors defied random probability, hinting at something more. To this day, the curse remains an unsolved puzzle, blending science, superstition, and human fear. Imagine if a modern construction site unleashed a deadly virus, causing similar panic and speculation. Carter himself lived for many years, which skeptics point to as proof against the curse. However, his survival might simply mean he avoided specific triggers within the tomb. Other team members and associates faced bizarre fates, from suicides to unexplained illnesses. For instance, Arthur Mace, a key archaeologist, succumbed to a mysterious poisoning after handling artifacts. George J. Gould, a wealthy visitor, died from a fever shortly after touring the tomb. These incidents created a narrative that the pharaoh's spirit sought revenge. Ancient Egyptian beliefs held that disturbing a tomb invited divine punishment from the gods. Inscriptions were not just threats, but spiritual safeguards meant to protect the afterlife journey. Modern analyses show that sealed environments can foster dangerous pathogens over centuries. Toxins like Aspergillus mold or bat guano could have infected the air inside the chamber. When exposed, individuals with weakened immunity might develop severe respiratory issues. This scientific explanation offers a logical alternative to supernatural causes. Yet it fails to account for every death, especially those occurring years later. Some victims had minimal contact with the tomb, dying in accidents far from Egypt. Take the case of Richard Bethel, Carter's secretary, found dead in his bed from alleged suffocation. Or the untimely death of Lord Westbury, who leaped from his building after his son's involvement. Such events stretch the coincidence theory to its breaking point. Psychologists suggest that mass hysteria and suggestion played significant roles in these tragedies. People who believed in the curse might have experienced stress-induced health problems. Media reports at the time sensationalized every death, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of doom. Newspapers printed headlines blaming the curse for any misfortune linked to the excavation. This constant reinforcement could have influenced the mental state of those involved. In a way, the curse became real through collective fear and expectation. Archaeologists today still debate whether to take such warnings seriously or dismiss them as folklore. Recent studies of other tombs have revealed similar inscriptions, but without widespread fatalities. This inconsistency makes the Tutankhamun case uniquely perplexing and compelling. Perhaps the combination of specific conditions made this tomb particularly lethal. Factors like the type of seals, materials used, or even the pharaoh's burial rites might matter. Alternative theories propose that ancient Egyptians knew about biological agents and used them as defenses. They could have intentionally placed toxic substances to deter grave robbers. Another idea involves cosmic or energy-based explanations tied to Egyptian spirituality. Some researchers point to radiation or other unknown forces within the tomb. However, no concrete evidence supports these more exotic hypotheses. The official investigation into the deaths concluded that most were due to natural causes. Yet the timing and circumstances leave room for doubt and endless speculation. For example, how do we explain the death of Howard Carter's canary, eaten by a cobra on the day of the opening? This symbolic event was seen as an omen by many locals and team members. It reinforced the idea that the pharaoh's power extended beyond human victims. Carter, though he lived longer, suffered personal losses and health issues over time. His story shows that the curse's impact might be subtle and prolonged rather than immediate. The financial backer Lord Carnarvon's death became the cornerstone of the curse legend. His passing occurred in Cairo, coinciding with a citywide blackout at the exact moment. Witnesses reported that his dog in England howled and dropped dead simultaneously. These eerie details fueled beliefs in a connected supernatural force at work. Skeptics argue that such stories are exaggerations or myths created by the press. They note that many people involved with the tomb lived long, healthy lives without issue. However, the sheer number of unusual deaths cannot be easily ignored or explained away. Over 20 individuals linked to the discovery died under strange circumstances within a decade. This rate is statistically anomalous compared to other archaeological projects of the era. Modern forensic techniques might have identified causes like bacterial infections or toxins. Unfortunately, many bodies were not autopsied with today's advanced methods. So, we rely on historical records that are often incomplete or biased by contemporary beliefs. The curse of the pharaohs endures as a blend of historical fact, mystery, and cultural fascination. It challenges us to question where reality ends and legend begins. As we uncover more tombs, will we face similar enigmas, or was Tutankhamun's case unique? This ongoing mystery invites us all to be detectives in a story that spans centuries. What do you think? Was it a curse, science, or something else entirely? The answer may lie in the shadows of history, waiting for the next clue to emerge. The curse of the pharaohs presents a spine-chilling paradox, where ancient superstitions clash with modern science in a tale of mysterious deaths. Today, we see how technology amplifies old fears into global legends, teaching us that belief can shape reality from mere imagination. This enigma connects to our world, where misinformation and anxiety often lead to unforeseen consequences. So, what do you personally think caused the fatalities linked to Tutankhamun's tomb? Supernatural forces or natural causes? Share your detailed theories and personal reflections in the comments below for a lively discussion. If this exploration captivated your interest, showing support with a like and subscription to Unspoken History would be wonderful. As we reflect, consider this profound question. What if the true curse is humanity's endless quest for answers in a universe full of secrets? The Pharaoh's legacy whispers through time, inviting each new generation to uncover hidden truths. Perhaps the reality blends science, psychology, and mystery, ensuring this story remains eternally fascinating.